Okay, this is nice.
Yeah, it is.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, this happens to be our first episode on the
Mhm.
Life Unboxed Podcast.
Yeah. So
Oh.
let us officially welcome you guys to Life Unboxed,
Whoops.
the podcast. Make
Like,
some noise.
Highly anticipated. Everybody has been asking, when is this starting, Ogoo?
Yeah.
When is this starting? This is our podcast.
Yeah, it is, and hopefully it's filled with wonderful things
Yeah.
to come in the future.
I'm quite excited. Anyways, I've been looking forward to this all week,
Yeah.
and I'm so glad the day is finally here. So
Yeah, I hope we keep you people interested and to keep watching and subscribing and liking and commenting.
Of course, they don't have any option than to. I mean, look at us. Highly remarkable individuals.
It's fun.
So, Kiitan, can the audience meet you?
Hello, audience. My name is Kiitan. Well, if you've been following us on our social media accounts, let's say Instagram, then you will definitely know who is who by now. If you're not following us already, please kindly go and follow us on Instagram.
Very important.
And try as much as possible to not miss out on all the updates. You can also subscribe to our channel on YouTube at Life Unboxed, the podcast. So my name is Kiitan once again, and it is nice, and I am so glad to be doing this finally. Well, I recently graduated from the University of Gothenburg, where I studied business management. But at the moment, I am what you would say an aspiring digital marketer. Yeah. Aside from being involved in this podcast, I am partnered with someone else. We're on a platform that we call the Migrant Experience, where we also do something similar. So at this point, I am trying different things. And I've only lived in Sweden for 2 years, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But as time goes on, I'm sure there'll be more things to talk about.
Of course. Of course. So nice
Winner,
to have you here.
thank
Kiitan.
you. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah. My name is Winner. Most of my friends call me Winnie,
Mm-hmm.
and they refer to me as the
Is it Winnie the
psychologist.
Pooh?
Eh?
Is it Winnie the Pooh?
It's not Winnie the Pooh.
No.
It's just Winnie
Definitely not.
or Winner.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what you guys call me. What do you call me, Ogoo?
Call you winner.
And I think I call you Vinna. I don't know why. I
The
just
Swedish
wanted to-
pronunciation.
I guess so.
You're turning Swedish.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so I graduated from the University of Gothenburg with a master's in psychological science.
Mhm.
So right now I'm doing this podcast so that we can share our experiences so far in Sweden, and hopefully other people might learn from it.
So we'll go.
Yeah.
Nice to have you here, Wina.
Thank
yeah,
you.
nice to have you. And I'm glad you actually, agreed to bring this up because
Mhm.
she actually said, why don't we start a podcast? I'm like, okay, but before we go into details, let me introduce myself. But let me start with the tea. Let me calm myself.
Oh. So tell us the tea. What's the tea?
Give us the tea.
Lots of tea coming our
I
way.
like it hot. Really weird. Yeah.
Okay, guys. My name is Ogochukwu Cynthia Izani.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody who has known me for long calls me Ogo. And if you don't know how to pronounce Ogochukwu, please call me Cynthia. It's easier for me. I love the name so much.
I really like
And
it.
And that's why when people say, oh, why do you say Cynthia? Because for me, I prefer you not to spoil this Ogochukwu for me or
Yeah.
Ogo. So if you can't pronounce it, just say Cynthia, and that's fine for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm from Nigeria, like all of us, we are Niger babes, and I'm
Nigeria no
Igbo
dey carry last.
at all. I'm Igbo by tribe, and I've been in Sweden for 2 years. I'm currently studying at the School of Business and Economics,
Mm-hmm.
and what again? I'm studying international business and trade, and hopefully, I hope to, delve into the business sector, consulting, or, the tech space, anything that brings money,
Correct, Igbo lady.
Of course. Anything that, I need money so that I'll be able to afford all those lifestyle.
Money must be involved.
Of course, going to South Korea.
You look like money.
or Japan, we need to be making money too. So, before they will start this girls trip and we can be doing this podcast in vacation places. What do you guys think?
It's nice.
Yes.
Imagine if you are doing this from the Bahamas.
Exactly. Exactly. So I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to meet these lovely ladies. And
It's nice to have you here.
Exactly.
As well.
Yeah.
And in case you guys don't know, they brought me on. Yeah, they were just, we just met somewhere, and then they brought up this really nice idea that, they were thinking of starting a podcast, and it would be nice if we can have you, blah, blah, blah. And here we are. It is finally happening.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we are all excited.
Of
Very.
course I am. I was a bit anxious because I'm like, I hope people would be interested.
Of course, they don't.
I'm
of
sure we have
course.
what it takes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, they don't have
know.
any option that's
Because
be
this
interested.
is really a big deal. It is not easy for someone to bring themselves in front of a camera and sit behind a microphone and put yourself out there. It is
Yeah.
not easy. This takes a lot of courage.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of you guys.
Thank you.
My fiancé was like, please don't say anything that will put you in trouble. And I'm like, I promise.
Yeah.
We'll keep you in check.
Yeah. And I hope no matter what we say, you guys don't judge us so much. Don't be too harsh. We are just humans.
They should judge it to give us the controversy. We are linking, but they should
I
judge.
don't want to be judged, but then I'm gonna say my mind. Whatever comes.
I mean, in
we are
this life, whatever you do, you'll be judged.
Exactly. So that's the thing. Your opinion will be different from, someone else's opinion.
Yeah, but I hope they will be lenient with their, comments. They should understand that we would be talking based on the experience that we have had. So it might not necessarily be the same for someone else. We can all have different opinions.
Yeah.
So whatever we say, just take it as, this is my experience. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And I hope at the end of the day, it gets to educate some other people too.
I hope so.
That want to engage in this journey of life, because it's not going to be easy, but we sharing our experiences and opinions on certain things can make it easier for some other people that plan on leaving their home country and moving to a new place entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Kiitan.
So talking about moving to a new place entirely, Ogoo, how was it for you when you left Nigeria to come to Sweden?
I think for me, in 2020, I've already gotten to that point where I was tired of because I was a salesperson in a forex brokerage firm, and I was exhausted. I was tired. I had this burnout that there was no going back to. And, I and my friends during the lockdown, we agreed that, okay, let's try Jackpot plan. Maybe,
Yeah.
And, my other friend, she applied. My younger sister was like, nah, she's not ready for... she's not ready for that life for now.
Yeah.
And I also applied, I chose... I think through my research, I chose Canada and Sweden. And the Canada admission came out first, but I was waiting for the Sweden one because Sweden was cheaper. And if you're running this admission, if you don't have sponsor, if you're running this admission yourself, you have to be thinking of those things. So I think when the Sweden admission came out, that was it. I jumped on it because I told myself, if this admission not come out, I would just use all my money and travel. I'll go to Dubai. I'll be great. I'll go and shake my nyash in the artificial beach. So, I applied. I got the course I wanted and moved here. The initial experience wasn't so good. I was always lamenting. I wanted to go back to Nigeria. My friends were like, it's like you're mad. Something is wrong with you. But I kept complaining. And one of my friends, she said, okay, maybe you should apply to the school or in the UK and see how you can move there. And I was like, okay, maybe I should think about this thing. Then, there were a lot of culture shocks for me. Yeah, when people think Nordic people are the same as the whites you find like in Canada or US. They are totally different people. Yeah. What about your experience, Rina?
Yeah, I think it was almost the same as yours, because it's when you get tired of a particular place that you can like decide to move out from that place for better opportunity elsewhere. So that's what happened in I think early 2021, when I started thinking about how to leave Nigeria and do something for myself, either go for my master's or just something else that would take me out of Nigeria. And the situation there was becoming something unbearable. So I felt that I might have better opportunities elsewhere. So I started looking at universities to apply to. I started with Canada, but unfortunately I didn't get the admission because I didn't submit a document I was requested for. So I had to try out Sweden, and on the first trial I got in to study psychological science, which was, I knew I couldn't do something out of psychology. It's as if psychology is part of me, part of my life. Everything I do revolves around psychology of individuals, of the environment, and everything regarding it. So when I got this admission to study psychology, I was really happy. So I had to start preparing everything, calling people, and the money not be here.
Not be here.
The money is something else entirely. But then here we are today.
Yeah, exactly.
And I've graduated. I have my certificate with me, and I just thank God for that.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking out for opportunities. So, it's ahead.
Ahead,
No going back. Ahead. So
okay,
that was just it. How about you, Kiitan?
Well, for me, my case is quite different because my partner lived here in Sweden for, many years before.
Partner? What do you mean by partner?
It can mean different things. Partner.
You guys want to cast
exactly.
me.
I just poured the tea. We want to hear the
funny
tea.
enough, I don't have my ring on, so guys, I'm actually married.
Why?
Why don't I have my ring on? It happens. Like it gets to a point that you become too comfortable in your marriage, and then the initial excitement of having the ring on all the time is just not there. So most times when I'm trying to get ready in the morning, I just forget to put it back on. Yeah, so back to my journey to Sweden.
Yeah.
Let's say I came for love. I followed man. I followed man. He had lived here for many years before I came in, and then in 2021 also, we decided to apply for studies for me, and then I came in through my master's as well. And well, maybe unlike you guys, the transition was quite easy for me because I had someone here already, and the only part that was a bit difficult was I came in when the whole study thing was really intensive. I had not settled in, and then classes had started, blah, blah, blah. So a lot of people, they've made friends before I came in, and it was difficult for me to adjust and then mingle. And if you know these people very well, I mean, if you know them very well, it is not easy to make friends with anyone here in Sweden. So, I mean, even though I wasn't really the outgoing type back home as well, but coming here, it was a different level of lonely. Even though I had my partner, trying to, get to talk to students that had been attending classes before I came in was difficult. And I think the first week I came in, I had an exam. In fact, the very first day I came in, I had an exam straight from the airport to writing an exam. So, yeah, I failed that exam anyways. I failed it anyway.
Yeah, because you weren't prepared for it.
And then, the other classes were a bit tough too, trying to keep up, get updated and all. But, on the long run, I found someone, my person in class, and that was it. And thankfully now, I'm done and dusted.
Done and
I have
dusted.
my certificate. And
I think, for me, I think one of the things too, getting an admission, not admission, getting, what do you call it? Accommodation.
Yeah.
It's really in my mind, I felt I would say in Lagos, if you have your money, you can always get apartment that you want.
They'll be rushing
Just have
you.
your money.
Now then they rush me.
Exactly. Now then they rush. You just look for one agent and just pay your, you know. But it's like here, even if you have your money, it's like, you know,
You can't.
Yeah.
do
you can't
anything
even
about
do
it.
anything.
To get first-hand contract is on your accommodation is something else entirely.
Exactly. And thank God for my friend. There's this my friend in Stockholm, you know, because he had someone here who now called somebody,
That hurts.
you know, exactly that called. So then I helped me get somewhere. But Jesus Christ, the lady I stayed with, sorry to say, but some Nigerians abroad, they are terrible. It's always all about money for them. Like, they are terrible. And that's the thing. We complain about, like, maybe other people not treating us well, but do we even treat our own well? It's a terrible thing. And it just, the initial thing, like, it got good. All of a sudden, it just went, you know? And it's funny how because we, like, lived, the apartment is hers. And we're, like, 3 of us, like, one older man, me and her. And one day she made one statement. She was like she made it like in a joke. She was like, this like called his name, like, he doesn't pay me any more attention. He's not paying you more attention. I'm like,
Are you poor dragon boyfriend?
like, I'm like, God forgive me. I'm like, this old man, what's he I'm like, I told her that. She was like, I'm joking. And I was like, okay.
No.
But a lot of
You
things
know,
we are
always a
saying
truth,
inside
yeah.
a
Exactly.
joke.
And before you know it, she just became so mean towards me. And I'm like, I was with someone, like, I would help. You know, I don't really know how to braid hair, but if you want quick and dirty, I can just do. I will, you know, do all those things for her. And I thought, you know,
You
that
have
man,
it,
like,
right.
I would say he has really been helpful. Like, when I moved in, you know, he even helped me. He was even the one that told me about cards, you know, to register this and that. Took me places, helped me with jobs, like making contact, you know. And even something like, have you eaten? Like, for me, I was even seeing more like a father. And this one is saying, like, you know, I've taken
yes,
something
man.
that she's eyeing. You know?
You know, men are scarce.
Men are scarce in the abroad.
My God.
So, like, it was horror living with, like, I had to, like, started making inquiry. I even, you know, contacted Win, and she told me that I experienced too, was this so, and she's also moving out, you know? So, like, it was one of my cousins that made
But
some.
how did you guys meet? Sorry to push.
Oh, how did you meet?
It's
It's a long story because I thought you guys started staying together right
No.
from the beginning. So now hearing that you stayed with someone else.
no. It's a long story, which it will have its own episode.
That's okay, we'll get there.
Yeah, so, like, it was my cousin that had to call somebody and knew. They're like, oh, we even had, like, and I would say like, he's married to someone in my kindred,
tribe.
you know. So, and, like, he's like, oh, can you stay? It's 3 boys, so I'm like, let me just see where I'll put my head, what I'm looking for. Like, the money was there, but
To get the accommodation
was the problem.
difficult.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, as long as I'm not sleeping outside, I will manage. See, you people should just put me in your hallway. I will sleep there, I will manage, you know. And even though I thought I was moving like on the 30th, and she's like, no, you have to move out on the 26th. That is when you paid me, like, you know. And I'm like, I said, but we already agreed. Like, I said, that lady made my life. Like, even the night before I left, I had to ask her, what did I do to you? She was like, no, I said, like, I really need to know, like, did I take something from? Have I not been paying my rent? When you say, oh, this thing has increased, have I not paid you? Like, what's the problem? You know? And the next thing she's like, oh, she mentioned, like, I said something to the man. I'm like, me.
The problem is because you took her man.
Exactly, because now it feels like it's just all about the money.
Yeah.
I said something. I said, okay, wait. We see when it comes to Amebo. I like when you say, who say. Yeah. I called you because the man later moved out. Yeah. So she was like, it's because of me the man moved out. And I'm like, and maybe I said something to the man about her. Yeah. And I'm like, I said, wait. I called, like, immediately. I had to, she said, no, don't call him. I said, no. I'm calling him. So I put him on. She refused. She now entered her room. I said, come and talk. You said there is something. So that I said, I even had to put it on speaker. The man didn't even know he was on speaker. And later, like, he caught the call. And he called and, like, he was really angry. Like, he's an older, like, maybe he should be, like, in his mid-50s or so. And she was like, no, she's sorry. She was just joking. Like, as I could hear her conversation with. And like, she made my... God, like, I think the second to the last night when she was like, I needed to move out. I said, today, I'll show I'm a Lagos gay. See, I used to fight with conductor.
Naija, babe.
I tell you, forget all this fine getting. I said I used to fight with conductor.
Uh-huh.
You know, so if you mess me up, like we will finish it today. So like the way she looked at me, she's like, yes. I said today. She said, oh, because she gave me, I think the bed in the room was hers. So she was like, oh, I should give her a bed. I'm like, is it that today? If you don't go boarding school, you understand suffer. I will put all my clothes on the floor and sleep on top of it. Yeah, it's very cold.
Yeah.
But I will
That's
stay
quite
here till when I'm ready to move out to, my cousin. I mean, the guy that married someone from my kindred, And like after the madness I showed her that night, she just said, okay, that she just dropped the key when I'm ready to move out. That date, I just picked up my stuff and, but living with 3 guys wasn't like, it was for a month, but it was not easy.
No, it can't be easy. I wonder how you even managed. And also, one thing with these people is that if you appear timid, they'll want to suppress you.
Exactly.
But there is a difference between being humble and being timid.
Exactly.
But they want you to be timid in a way that they'll suppress you and oppress you, and you can't even say anything about it.
Exactly.
Not knowing that you're just showing them respect. Exactly. But if they don't want the respect you're showing them, you can show them another thing. And that's where they will not keep quiet.
Oh.
You see them, they're not.
Before I know, they'll say you're a bad person.
They'll not say that they are joking. You see, because of this thing, they'll like to put. Yeah,
it's not, and like the way like some of our people like behave, like it's really terrible. Like when I was living with those 3 guys, and it was fun actually living with them, but the privacy you need as a woman, sleeping on the parlor. Like they even tried to make me feel comfortable. They had to like in the parlor, because it was just a room and a parlor, and there were 3. They now had to like demarcate and put like a curtain so that I'll feel a bit comfortable. But before I even moved in with them, I remember when I was still looking for a place. I've forgotten Brother Greg or something.
Yeah,
he took me somewhere, and the place, like the guy had to demarcate his kitchen at that point, because those guys told me, like, because I told them I already got a place, and they were like, if I don't like it, I can still stay with them. So I said, okay, let me check it out if it's something I like. And I went there, and it was kitchen and everything, and I'm like, I don't think I'd rather stay with those guys. It's even fun staying with them. They're not stressing my life, So, and when I was now leaving, Brother, I get Greg now to that the guy wants to tell me something, that I can free the whole thing and become his wife. I'm like,
hot baby.
You so far, though.
I say like, I'm like that he has paper, like he has passports. I don't even need to stress this one, that one.
Are you sure he even has the paper and the passport?
I don't even want to, but you know the funny thing, Madam Joy, she already told me, she was like, even if they are showing you passports, it might be fake. Don't agree with all these men here. Be careful. Myself, I be Lagos girl. I know. I say, see, it's a different thing. Like maybe you migrated through asylum or some other way. I carry my money come this country. If I want chop frog, there's this song. I don't know if it's a song of phrase. In our tribe, they're like, if you want to chop frog, chop the one that will choke you.
Oh my God.
If you wanted those things, for sit down for Nigeria, look for who to do like 100th wife. Instead of living here and be suffering, I'll be coming and going. It was really, and I told them like, as much, and I think at that point I was still struggling to meet up with my 30 credit unit. Because I was also like, see, babe had to survive. So I was like, struggling, and when Greg told me that stuff, I'm like, I said, you see this 30 credit units, I don't get them finish. I said, I must go and read, because like I said, no now. Like we did not come here hungry.
I think that's one of the things also like international students face, because they are facing their studies, they are facing accommodation issues, they are facing this one. So how do you expect someone that is facing accommodation issues to actually sit down and read and be able to excel very well in their studies?
And a lot of them are still doing part-time
And
jobs,
of course, because the money is crazy, and if you are paying with Naira, if you check the exchange rate, it's crazy. It takes all your savings. Even I pity those that are coming in now, because the money is something
Did you check
else
the rate
now.
on Friday?
Yeah, it's
I think
it's
way down.
105.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
It is. And with all these things, you still have to meet up with assignments, with group presentation, and you have your group members calling you, why are you not this? Why are you
not
looking
functioning?
tired? Why are you doing this? They won't even know that you are just, maybe you slept on the floor the previous night.
In fact,
Exactly.
international
And it's not something that you
students,
just tell them, no, I slept on the floor. I just managed to come
do
to
they even
class.
want to hear that?
No, they don't.
understand.
I don't think
I
they
think
care.
International students, I give it to you guys.
Exactly, like, and some of them,
It
they
is not
always
easy.
feel like we came through scholarship.
Yeah.
Like most of them, like, you're paying tuition. I say, yeah, of course I'm paying
They
tuition.
don't understand.
They don't understand what you
They
mean.
don't understand because education is free in Sweden.
Yeah.
So compared to what we are paying a whole lot.
Exactly.
We are paying a whole lot, and then for a lot of your classmates to not be paying anything at all.
Yeah.
They are always shocked when you bring it up in conversations.
That you're paying
Yeah, you're paying.
tuition, and then they'll be like,
They
wow.
don't understand.
And then they'll ask, how much are you paying? And you mention a certain amount. They'll be like, wow.
Exactly.
It's
Like,
quite
and the
a lot.
funny thing is, like, back home, it's funny how the way you're seeing 50,000 naira up in Nigeria, that's the same way they're looking. Like, if you do the conversion, that's the same way it's big for them here too.
Yeah.
Like, there are some things back home, like if I spend like 500 crowns, like you can spend like the equivalent, like before, not with this current exchange rate,
yeah,
like before
before.
500 was like, is it 30k or be 20 or so?
Yeah, something like that. I
Something
think.
like there's some things you spend it on and you just dust yourself and you're. But yeah, by the time they say 500, like that's fucking expensive. So it's even with them too, like with my fiance, I know like there's some things that I'm like, see, I remember one time like that, like I think it was ice cream. I brought out the cup like this and I put it in and I was just licking. I'm like, are you going to finish that? My mind, I'm like,
Is it
What
not
do you mean?
just ice cream?
Oh my god.
like in a way, I was embarrassed. Like I told my
You would
friends,
feel
and then
like
like
a
you think
gluten,
that's
like-
you think is how we used to eat ice cream in Nigeria, and I come out and they used to eat it small.
You take a little. That's why when you go out, they have this little paper cup. Very tiny cup. So that's the quantity they expect you to take. Nothing more, nothing less.
What I'll buy Cold ice cream. I'll finish it.
I'm like, this is like the cup of Cold Stone ice cream I used to buy and finish in a go.
So now we have to be living fake life. You will be saying, where you in Nigeria?
In a chop life.
So like there are a lot of misconceptions about I like about maybe I feel like maybe this period the Nigerians migrating now. They're not your regular. There are people that like they're established in their home countries.
Yeah.
So like they're coming here is not maybe it's because of maybe insecurity or everybody have their problem why they move. So I think so like when you tell them like I think in the beginning I'm like you're underrating me. I think even you're underrating me. You don't know me. I used to enjoy my life,
Yeah.
But it's just funny like with time when he got to know me better you realize that okay this one is not hungry.
Yeah.
That's just who she
Exactly.
is.
And with comments like that, at that point I told myself I can never be. You see, these are some of the reasons I can never be a housewife. It's not like
Before they
Because
still
she-
want to see you like that.
I swear, because I want to be able to do things. I want to be able to use things. Like
Yeah.
if I even break something, I want to be able to like.
Replace
you know,
it with
replace
your
it
own
with
It's
money.
never replace it to brag, so that you not shout on my head.
Okay.
At
So
least
that you
use
know
my
that I
money
can.
to buy it.
Yeah.
So it's just,
get
it's just. How did you meet your spouse? Give us
Hey. Okay.
Enough tea to go around.
Okay. Oh well. I would say we met on Facebook, but we actually graduated from the same university back home as well.
Okay.
I attended the Federal University of Agriculture in Abeokuta. Yeah. But you know the way it is on Facebook that it would bring people you may know. So I guess that was how he added me on Facebook. And until he graduated, I don't think we ever met.
So
Okay,
he
so-
slid into your DM.
that is it. It's leading to my DM, and I think for so many years I did not even reply. And
Wow.
it was those BBM days that you write SUP with
SUP.
X, and then we have this slogan that we used to say in Funab, like greatest funabite or something like that. So how would you enter someone's DM with greatest funabite? What the fuck? So yeah, he was just there, and I think at the time, okay, don't let me cast myself. Yeah, that was just it. We met on Facebook.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.